Day 2 of the 2025 NFL Draft is officially in the books. And if you ask me, Steelers fans, Omar Khan is absolutely nailing the 2025 NFL Draft for the third straight season. Right now, you've got Derrick Harmon in round 1, DK Metcalf with your second-round pick, and then Kaleb Johnson, one of my favorite running backs in this entire class, in round 3. We're going to talk about this amazing class that Omar Khan is starting to put together through the first 2 days of the NFL Draft here. Johnson, as we discussed in our instant reaction video that we put out on the channel earlier for a full in-depth breakdown, make sure you check that out. But Johnson is a very proficient outside zone rusher with excellent vision, great size, good enough long speed. And then, when he gets into the second level, DBs have a really tough time getting him down because he's so big and fast. He's a big play machine, and his vision is way better than Najee Harris's ever was. I think that this guy's kind of the bigger back that they were hoping that Najee Harris was going to be last year, and he just wasn't. Even Arthur Smith said in his post-draft press conference today that they just couldn't run as much outside zone as they wanted to with Najee Harris because his vision just wasn't good enough. Kaleb Johnson, it's the exact opposite. He has some of the best vision in the NFL Draft this year. He brings a similar size to the table that Najee did, but he's going to bring that vision that allows Arthur Smith to call more outside zone, which is going to make this offense that much better. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to be breaking down the other picks in this draft as well, and then we'll look forward to day 3 of the NFL Draft with the top players available at all the positions of need for the Pittsburgh Steelers on Tom Downey's big board. But to go back to Kaleb Johnson here, guys, Tom Downey had him ranked as the number 4 running back in the class and the number 43 overall player in the class, and you get him at number 83 overall. That is an absolute steal, especially for somebody that is such a good fit for what the Steelers want to do. Now, because Johnson isn't super shifty, I think that's part of the reason why he fell, is because he's not very scheme diverse. He needs to go to a system that runs a lot of outside zone. And lucky for him, Arthur Smith, when he has a good outside zone back, runs more outside zone than any offensive play caller in football. So this is the perfect fit for player and team. Of course, the Steelers are trying to establish a run game as like the main identity of their offense. They want to be like the Philadelphia Eagles. They want to be like the Baltimore Ravens. They want to be like the San Francisco 49ers when Christian McCaffrey is going right. They want to be able to run the football at will, even when the defense knows it's coming. In order to do that, you got to have some good running backs. Kaleb Johnson, Jaylen Warren, they're both really good running backs. And now the only other piece to it is they got to make sure that this young offensive line with Broderick Jones, Mason McCormick, Troy Fautano, of course, Zach Frazier and Isaac Seumalo, these guys got to develop together, all right? Because if that offensive line that's young, talented, but unproven can develop this year and turn into the unit that this team believes that they can be, this could be one of the most dangerous rushing attacks in the National Football League with Kaleb Johnson leading the way in his rookie season. So grade the pick for me down there in the comment section. Give me an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F for the pick for Kaleb Johnson, running back out of Iowa to the Pittsburgh Steelers in round 3. This will be the pinned comment on today's show. YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. And when that happens, take advantage of that time by answering today's pinned question with your grade of Kaleb Johnson in round 1. My grade on this pick is easy, A+. All right. Not only are you getting somebody that is, in my opinion, a top 50 player in this class, period, and a top at least 4 or 5 running back in this entire class, but in terms of the guys on the Steelers board, guys that fit into their outside zone system, Kaleb Johnson might have been their number 2 or number 3 option on their board. And you're getting him all the way here at number 83. You're just not going to find somebody as good of a fit as Kaleb Johnson is falling to you at number 83. I mean, I was talking about how I was willing to trade up to make sure I got Kaleb Johnson, and lo and behold, he falls into your lap at number 83. And you pair that up with Derrick Harmon, who was a steal in round 1, in my opinion. Now he's got a little bit of a shoulder injury issue. I gave him an A- grade yesterday. And now I'm giving Kaleb Johnson an A+. So an A- and an A+ grade for Omar Khan in these 2 picks. And then you use your second-round pick on DK Metcalf. I'm giving that another A+ because you're adding a legit number 1 wide receiver with your second-round pick. The value on that is off the charts. Plus, you're locking him up long-term. So I absolutely love the value that Omar Khan is getting here, building this 2025 Steelers roster with the picks at his disposal. Now, before we get into kind of a breakdown of day 3 and the top players available on our big board here at Chat Sports at the top positions of need still for the Pittsburgh Steelers, have word from our sponsor here at Mando Whole Body Deodorant. And spring is in the air and the weather is warming up. I'm most looking forward to taking my dog out for long walks and going to watch a ball game on the weekends during the summer with Coop, with Cassie. I just love spending time with people and watching a ball game with those people. I'm looking forward to it even more now because I've started using Mando Whole Body Deodorant because unlike some other deos I've tried, it can actually handle anything. Mando is safe to use anywhere on your body and is clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. Also, Mando's entire line of products are baking soda free, paraben free, and you can choose from a variety of fresh scents like Clover Woods, Mount Fuji, Pro Sport, or my favorite, Bourbon Leather. Mando has a special offer for new customers to get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code and link. Use code CHAT at shopmando.com. And when you get that starter pack, guys, you get a solid stick of deodorant, you get a cream tube deodorant, then you get 2 free products of your choice. You can choose the mini body wash that I'm holding right here. I have the Bourbon Leather scent. I got a big bottle of this at home because once I tried it, I absolutely loved it, guys. And you're gonna feel the same. Trust me. They got a bunch of different scents. You can try them all out, but they keep you smelling fresh for up to 72 hours, and their entire line of products are absolutely fantastic. So Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers because, like I said, guys, it comes with that solid stick of deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice. I would recommend the mini body wash and the deodorant wipes, which are also fantastic. Plus, you guys get free shipping. And as a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack when you use our exclusive code that equates to over 40% off your starter pack when you use code CHAT at shopmando.com. That's shopmendo.com. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando Whole Body Deodorant today. So you guys can see here so far the Steelers have taken Derrick, Harmon, and Kaleb Johnson. They also used their second-round pick to trade for DK Metcalf. That's a really, really good haul with your first 3 kind of draft picks and really good utilization of these 3 picks. And then also something to keep in mind here, somebody that's probably very happy with the haul that the Steelers have had so far is Aaron Rodgers. All right, Kaleb Johnson actually works out with Aaron Rodgers at his training facility, which is called Proactive, which is in L.A. He's been doing his draft prep there, and the fact that they already have a relationship is an even more incentive for Aaron Rodgers to sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers moving forward. Now, heading into day 3, 4 picks remain for the Pittsburgh Steelers, 1 in each of the final 4 rounds, round 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. Now, obviously, because they haven't taken a quarterback, that's going to be the big kind of storyline heading into tomorrow. Because Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders, who a lot of people wanted the Steelers to take at 21 overall, didn't even get past day 2 of the NFL draft. And now 5 quarterbacks have come off the board, and none of them are Shedeur Sanders. All right, Dylan Gabriel went to the Cleveland Browns today ahead of Shedeur Sanders. All right, so the fact that Shedeur is still there. Jeremy Fowler reported that the Steelers are very much still in on Shedeur, and if he's there at 123 tomorrow, there's a pretty darn good chance that the Steelers could take him. They've also done a lot of research on Will Howard. They've done some research on Quinn Ewers, and I've heard that they actually really like Kyle McCord as well, who still needs to go as well. So, could the Steelers take a quarterback here? On day 3, sure, but at the end of the day, I could take or leave a quarterback if I'm being completely honest with you guys. The 2-year kind of high upside developmental guy in Jalen Milroe is off the table, and really because the Steelers are trying to win now in this 2 kind of year window before Cam Hayward retires, they're going to have a veteran quarterback as the starting quarterback of this team, or at least that's the plan for the Steelers. They don't plan on having a young quarterback start for this football team until at least 2027. All right, they're going to have a veteran in there for at least the next 2 years, at least if Mike Tomlin has anything to say about it. So listen, man, if you don't think that they have starter upside or whatever, I mean, sure, if there's value there, like if you can get Shedeur in round 4, I think that's fine. Kyle McCord in round 4, I think that's fine. But I could take or leave a quarterback for the rest of the NFL draft. Wide receiver is an interesting position here because there's still some very good players still available for the Steelers, and I do think that they are going to add a receiver at some point tomorrow on one of their 4 picks. Alec Ayamaner out of Stanford, really good player. I'm shocked that he didn't get picked today. I really am. He's big. He's got good speed. He runs great routes. He played a great game against Travis Hunter guarding him against Colorado 2 seasons ago. somebody's going to get an absolute steal on him early tomorrow. Jalen Royals out of Utah State, kind of a slot specialist. Torrey Horton, kind of lanky receiver that makes some great catches along the sideline. Tez Johnson is a undersized receiver, but a burner and a good route runner. Jalen Lane, Keandre Lambert-Smith, Ricky White, and Chamiri DK is the rest of the top receivers available on Tom Downey's big board. Some other guys that I like that I would consider here, guys, as kind of day 3 sleepers. I would look at Jordan Watkins out of Ole Miss. I would look at Efton Chisholm Jr. out of Eastern Washington. I would look at Jimmy Horn Jr. out of Colorado, especially if you get Shedeur Sanders. Getting Jimmy Horn would be pretty darn cool as well. So, I think right now you took care of your 2 biggest needs in terms of a win now type of situation. You wanted to address defensive tackle. You wanted to address running back. And personally, I can't think of a better way for Omar Khan to have used his first 3 draft selections this year than Derrick Harmon, DK Metcalf, and Kaleb Johnson. That is an incredible haul that, once again, Omar Khan is putting together as the Steelers GM, who has put together 2 really good drafts in the 2 previous years. Now he's hitting another home run, and I'm hoping that he's going to be able to do some more similar things tomorrow by continuing to get value. Some other positions that they could look at, cornerback, safety. They could also look at offensive line if they want to get some depth there. And then, of course, quarterback like we talked about. It's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow, but let me know what you guys think down there in the comment section. Will the Steelers take a quarterback tomorrow? Give me a yes or a no. My inclination is that they will. But honestly, all the quarterbacks that are available at this point, I don't know if they're ever going to get to the point where they're going to be the long-term starting quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they might just be backup level quarterbacks. And if they really need to get like a first-round caliber guy, they might just draft one in 2026 or 2027. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Really do appreciate all of your guys' support. We'll be back tomorrow with more live coverage of every single pick of rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7, as well as all of our pick cuts and our final grade. So we got at least slated to have 5 videos on this channel tomorrow. So there's going to be a lot of stuff. We're going to be doing more giveaways on the live stream as well. So tomorrow's going to be the full culmination of draft season. So come celebrate with us here at Steelers Talk. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Until next time, guys, here we go, Steelers.